Is it just further up here? I hear the music. Oh, yeah, it is just further up here. My bad.
Say that around. What? Everyone knows Fist isn't with the local criminals. Maybe.
It's out of my hands, Rita. I'd bring her back in a second, but she doesn't want to come.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No. It's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Oh, what's up, Goliath from the Gargoyles?
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
They pulled me off the mission. Just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
Very good call by Anderson.
Stealing the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
I won't forget this, Captain. I promise.
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That is a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Murder.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
There's got to be a better way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Murder.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the Ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The Ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Let's go, boys. Back to the Normandy. I would like to see... I want to make sure that we can, like, get the ship, like, ungrounded where we can do stuff again, I presume, before we, wrap up for today. Where... Citadel Tower where it's docked? Which one of these, Anderson is an absolute bro, I agree. I like Anderson. Anderson's cool. I also really like his voice actor. Which fast travel? This thing is still here, huh? Oh, there's a exclamation mark here. Which one of these fast travel points takes me to the friggin' Normandy?
I hope he's okay.
Are you the exclamation mark? Looks like it's slightly to the side. There's a keeper I haven't scanned. Boop.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
I figured you'd want to know the truth, no matter how painful.
You're right. It's worse not knowing. That's what they all say, at least. Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
Yeah, whatever. C-Sec is where the ship is docked. Thank you. I did not remember at all. Really, I don't think we were at the Citadel at all last stream. Maybe we were at the Citadel a little bit before that one. I don't remember. Point is it's been a minute since we've been on the Citadel. Which was apparently made by Reapers. Crazy. Oh, that's right. Then we take the big is it this? Yeah, docking bay. It's this
Alliance
elevator.
officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Good for Kyle. Finally get him off of all of those addictive Monster Energy drinks.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Love that. Just kill him. He wasn't even typing on a keyboard.
Get us out of here, Joker. Now!
Very satisfying punch on Udina, I agree. Only thing better would have been a pistol shot to the head. Oh, hey. We're just back out here now, huh? So let me, first of all, squad. I have 2 points to use. I still can't max out my charm. I guess up warp, even though I don't use it. I don't really have anything else to use my points on that I care about. Race against time, Sovereign. You've discovered that the real enemy is not Saren, but a Reaper called Sovereign, a sapient warship of tremendous power. Sovereign is using Saren as a tool to find the conduit, the key to unleashing a new Reaper invasion on the galaxy. Use the Mu relay to go to Elos and stop Saren before he uses the conduit to unleash a Reaper invasion on the galaxy. This sounds like it might be either the last mission or, like, the second to last mission in the game, maybe? It kind of sounds like everything's culminating into, like, one big finale. Really upset that Rex is dead. Like, I cannot stress enough how annoying that was. Still have a handful of side quests that we could do. I mean, we've done a good chunk of side quests as well, I feel like. Also, I imagine we can't go back to the Citadel now. Or maybe we can. What do I know? Well, I definitely want to do Garen's side quest. I don't really see a point in doing Rex's side quest anymore. In the Herschel system. Yeah, I want to do that. You know what? We haven't read, like, any of the codex today. Let's read at least a little bit of the codex here. Another council race thing has popped up now. The Solarian government is called the Solarian Union. It is a labyrinthine web of matrilineal bloodlines with political alliances formed through interbreeding. In many ways, the Solarian political network functions like the noble families of Earth's medieval Europe. Structurally, the government consists of fiefdoms, baronies, duchies, planets, and marches. Colonization clusters. These are human nicknames. The original Solarian is unpronounceable. Each area is ruled by a single Dalatras, matriarchal head of household, and represents an increasing amount of territory and prestige within the Solarian political web. Approaching 100 members, the first circle of a Solarian's clan comprises parents, siblings, uncles, aunts, and cousins. The next circle includes second cousins and etc., and escalates to well over 1,000 members. The fourth or fifth circle of a clan numbers into the millions. Solarian loyalty is greatest to their first circle and diminishes from there. Their photographic memories allow Solarians to recognize all their myriad relatives. And then their military doctrine. In principle, the Solarian military is similar to the Alliance, a small volunteer army that focuses on maneuver warfare. What differentiates the Solarians is not their equipment or doctrine, but their intelligence services and rules of engagement. The Solarians believe that a war should be won before it begins. Conventional wisdom holds that the Solarians know everything about everyone, and this is not far from the truth. In war, the unquestioned superiority of their intelligence services allows them to use their small military to maximum effectiveness. Well before fighting breaks out, they possess complete knowledge of their enemy's positions, intentions, and timetable. In every war the Solarians have fought, they struck first and without warning. For the Solarians, to know an enemy plans to attack and to let it happen is folly. To announce their own plans to attack is insanity. They find the human moral concepts of do not fire until fired upon and declare war before prosecuting it incredibly naive. In defensive wars, they execute devastating preemptive strikes hours before the enemy's own attacks. On the offense, they have never telegraphed their intentions with the declaration of war before attacking. Biotics are virtually unknown in the Solarian military. Those with such abilities are considered too valuable to be used as cannon fodder and are assigned to the intelligence services. While capable of defending themselves against most threats, the Solarians know that they are small fish in a universe filled with sharks. As a point of survival, they have cultivated strong alliances with larger powers, particularly with the Turians. Though the relationship between the two species was rocky at first due to the Krogan uplift fiasco, the Solarians take pains to keep this relationship strong enough that anyone who might threaten them risks Turian intervention. Alright, so that was the only two things we had to read there. Oh my goodness. New space travelers ask, what does it look like outside of a ship moving at faster than light speed? Part of the answer can be seen in a simple pane of glass. Light travels slower through glass than it does through open air. Light also moves slower in conventional space than it does in high-speed Mass Effect field. This causes refraction. Any light entering at an angle is bent and separated into a spectrum. Objects outside the ship will appear refracted. The greater the difference between the objective, exterior, and subjective, interior, speeds of light, the greater the refraction. As the subjective speed of light is raised within the field, objects outside will appear to redshift, eventually becoming visible only to radio telescope antennae. High-energy electromagnetic sources normally hidden to the eye become visible in the high blue spectrum. As the speed of light continues to be raised, X-ray, gamma ray, and eventually cosmic ray sources become visible. Stars will be replaced by pulsars and accretion disks of black holes, quasars, and gamma ray bursts. To an outside observer, a ship within a Mass Effect drive envelope appears blue-shifted. If within a field that allows travel at twice the speed of light, any radiation it emits has twice the energy as normal. If the ship is in a field of about 200 times light speed, it radiates visible light as X-rays and gamma rays, and the infrared heat from the hull is blue-shifted up into the visible spectrum or higher. Ships moving at FTL are visible at great distances, though their signature will only propagate at the speed of light. Dude, there's so much. So much. Heat limits the length and intensity of ship-to-ship combat. Starships generate enormous heat when they fire high-energy weapons, perform maneuvering burns, and run on-board combat electronics. In combat, warships produce heat more quickly than they can disperse it. As heat builds within a vessel, the crewed spaces become increasingly uncomfortable. Before the heat reaches lethal levels, the ship must win or retreat by entering the FTL. After an FTL run, the ship halts, shuts down non-essential systems, and activates the heat radiation gear. Combat endurance varies by ship design and by the battle's location. Battles in the deep cold of interstellar space can go on for some time. Engagements close to a star are brief. Since habitable worlds are usually close to a star, battles over them are frantic. Shells lofted... Dude, how much stuff do I need to know about the ships in this game? Shells lofted by surface navies crash back to Earth when their acceleration is overwhelmed by gravity and air resistance. In space, a projectile has unlimited range. It will keep moving until it hits something. Practical gunnery range is determined by the velocity of the attacker's ordnance and the maneuverability of the target. Beyond a certain range, a small ship's ability to dodge trumps a large attacker's projectile speed. The longest range combat occurs between dreadnoughts, whose projectiles have the highest velocity but are the least maneuverable. The shortest range combat is between frigates, which have the slowest projectile velocities and highest maneuverability. Opposing dreadnoughts open with a main gun artillery duel at extreme ranges of tens of thousands of kilometers. The fleets close, maintaining evasive lateral motion while keeping their bow guns facing the enemy. Fighters are launched and attempt to close to disrupt their torpedo range. Sure. Cautious admirals weaken the enemy with ranged fire and fighter strikes with ranged fire and fighter strikes before committing to close action. Aggressive commanders advance so cruisers and frigates can engage. At long range, the main guns of cruisers become useful. Friendly interceptors engage enemy fighters until the attackers... How long is this? Oh my goodness. This is a little too much. Enemy fighters until the attackers enter the range of ship-based Guardian fire. Dreadnoughts fire from the rear, screened by smaller ships. Commanders must decide whether to commit to a general melee or retreat in FTL. At medium-range, ships can use broadside guns. Fleets intermingle, and it becomes difficult to retreat in order. Ships with damaged kinetic barriers are vulnerable to Wolfpack frigate flotillas that speed through the battle space. Only fighters and frigates enter close knife fight range of 10 or fewer kilometers. Fighters loose their disruptor torpedoes, bringing down a ship's kinetic barriers and allowing it to be swarmed by frigates. Guardian lasers become viable weapons, swatting down fighters and boiling away warship armor. Neither dreadnoughts nor cruisers could use their main guns at close range. Laying the bow on a moving target becomes impossible. Superheated thruster exhaust becomes a hazard. How far does this go? Oh my word. Planetary assaults are complicated if the target is a habitable garden world. The attackers cannot approach the defender straight on. Citadel conventions prohibit the use of large kinetic impactors against habitable worlds. In a straight-on attack, any misses plow into the planet behind the defending fleet. If the defenders position themselves between the attackers and the planet, they can fire at will while the attacker risks hitting the planet. Successful assaults on garden worlds hinge upon up-to-date intelligence. Attackers need to determine where the enemy's defenses are so they may approach from an angle that allows them to fire with no danger of collateral damage. Note this is not necessary for hostile worlds. Once control of orbit has been lost, defensive garrisons disperse into the wilderness. An enemy with orbital superiority can bombard surface forces with impunity. The best option for defenders is to hide and collect reconnaissance in anticipation of relief forces. Given the size of a planet, it is impractical to garrison entire conquered worlds. Fortunately, colonization efforts tend to focus on building up a dozen or fewer areas. Ground forces occupy the spaceports, industrial facilities, and major population centers. The wilderness is patrolled by unmanned aerial vehicles and satellite reconnaissance. If a defender unit is spotted, air mobile rapid deployment units and satellite artillery are used to pin down and destroy them. It never ends. It never... Nah, I can't. I just can't, chat. I literally can't. It's too much. For anyone who wants to read this themselves, what was the one? I read that one. I'm gonna, like, here you go. Pause. If you're on YouTube and you want to read this, pause the video and read it yourself. This is, like, way more than I expected. Like, on one hand, it is really neat that they went into this much detail, but, like, this is too much. I feel like, and it looks like it's a lot of the secondary stuff. I mean, really, the super techie stuff of, like, ships and vehicles is what seems like it's too much. Like, this is only gonna appeal to really, really niche people playing this game, I feel like. It is cool that it's all super thought out, but, like, this is maybe just a little too far. Just a tiny bit. But I will make sure that, anyone who is watching who doesn't have the game themselves can pause and read this. I personally didn't bother with the secondary codex entries. It was too much for me to read. Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't... I would probably bother reading through it all if I wasn't streaming. Or if even if I was recording instead of streaming, I would not bother to read this on screen. Oh, that one was super short, at least. Alright, well, there's all the ships and vehicles for you if anyone wants to read that. And then I'll click into these next time. Because, like, I'd like to read the stuff about the aliens. The alien stuff I find really interesting. But just, like, the ships and vehicle thing, I can't be bothered to read that. It's too much boring information for me. Oh, man. We're a little bit past 3 hours. I think I'm gonna wrap up. Honestly, I want to know. Lone Wolf, tell me. Is this the final mission? Is this Race Against Time Sovereign thing the final mission? Also, you did say that I can't go back to the Citadel now, and any side quests that were in here that were based on the Citadel are now grayed out. Oh, yeah, like this one. With the Citadel off limits, now that you've escaped to get to Elos, you will not be able to help read his sister. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I didn't know that would happen. My bad. But is this Race Against Time Sovereign thing? Is this the final main mission? Or is it the second to last main mission? If it's either of those two things, please tell me. I want to know. Going to Elos is the final mission. Okay, I thought so. I just wanted it to be confirmed. So, we also need to talk to our... Well, we only have 4 people to talk to now instead of 6. But, we need to talk to all the other people now, too. Because we finished a main mission. But we will do that next time, I think. So, if that's the last main mission, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think next time we'll probably go and do this, Garrus side mission. And then I don't know if I want to do any of these others. We'll have to, like, read through them. I kind of wanted to do this one, Destroy the Cerberus. I think I want to do this Cerberus facility thing. And then I think I want to do the, I would do the Rex armor one if Rex wasn't dead, but then I think I'll do the Garrus mission. I think I want to do those two next time, and then probably just do the last main mission to finish Mass Effect 1, because, you know, we still have 2 other Mass Effect games to play, and, like, I think that Ratchet and Clank game is coming out that I want to play in, like, what, 2 or 3 weeks? I think that's the early June one, I don't remember, but I know FF7 Intergrade comes out in, like, 2 weeks. And I imagine the FF7 Intergrade won't be super long, but I'll definitely want to stream that. So I can't afford to, you know, spend all my time 100%ing Mass Effect. But yeah, so I think we'll wrap up here for today, and then next stream will probably be the last one. So for those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. When we come back next time, we'll do a side quest or 2, and then go on and do the main mission and finish the game, however long that takes. Hopefully it takes around 4-ish hours. That would be ideal, but I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, the Novaria mission was really long, but most of the other main missions were only like 2, or, yeah, they were only about 2 hours worth of time. It was just the Novaria one, and that one was only like 3 hours. So hopefully we can do those 2 side quests next time, and also do the last main mission. Oddjik, thank you so much for subbing with Prime. Greatly appreciated. Enjoy all of your emotes and other benefits, dude. Thank you for the support. But yeah, that's what we'll do next time. If you want to try and catch these live, link to my Twitch channel in the description. I might be done with Mass Effect 1 by the time this gets to YouTube, but I'll definitely not be done with Mass Effect 2 or 3, so you can catch those live or other stuff I do. And until next time, farewell.